Good morning, Utah, and happy Friday. The time is currently 5:44. Here's a live look outside Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab. An absolutely beautiful way to start this Friday. A fantastic start to this Friday, if you will. As you can see the water trickling down the Colorado River, not a cloud in the sky. That is just going to be a really pretty sunrise out there this morning. We'll check back in on that camera as we continue throughout this morning, but we'll check in with some of these temperatures out there first with the live view from West Valley City, as temperatures again are mainly ranging in the 60s and 70s, but there are a few spots like Logan in the 50s and a few spots like St. George waking up with temperatures in the 80s. So our temperatures this morning very similar compared to what we saw yesterday morning, but as we get into the afternoon, we're going to see those daytime highs crank up just that little bit more as high pressure is building back in. So we'll go ahead and zoom things in here, and you can get a better perspective of what those daytime highs are going to be. Along the Wasatch Front, most will see daytime highs in the upper 90s as Salt Lake City likely hits the century mark. We'll go from the low 80s that we saw yesterday in Park City to 87 this afternoon, while Heber returns to the middle 90s this afternoon. Daytime highs mainly in the low 90s in the Uinta Basin, 85 degrees for Manila, and daytime highs in the upper 80s in both Evanston and Rock Springs in southwestern Wyoming. Then in central Utah, daytime highs mainly in the 90s and in the triple digits here, with Fairview, one of the cooler spots, sitting at 87 degrees, and can't really classify that as cool. Then down in southern Utah, daytime high of 93 in Blanding, 101 in Hanksville, 92 in Torrey, 88 degrees in Bryce Canyon, 100 in Kanab, and 111 in St. George. For most of us today, we get mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies with a very low chance of seeing any wet weather. And the reason why that's the case is because high pressure is building back in. This is the setup for today. So over the last several days, places like Arizona have been seeing extreme heat, and that heat will start to encroach across the rest of the four corners as that high pressure will be bringing the heat similar compared to what we saw this past Sunday and Monday. And because the heat will be building, the National Weather Service has already gone ahead and issued a few alerts, mainly excessive heat warnings and heat advisories for lower Washington County, Zion National Park, and Lake Powell. Those excessive heat warnings will begin at 6 o'clock this morning and will continue through 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday, while the heat advisories and the excessive heat warnings that you see in northern Utah, including the entirety of the Wasatch Front, will begin 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and will continue through 9 o'clock also on Monday morning. In lower Washington County and Zion National Park, daytime highs within the next few days could reach as high as 113, up to 105 along the Wasatch Front, up to 108 in Lake Powell, and up to 103 for the rest of the advisories. So as we get into and through this Pioneer Day weekend, make sure that you're taking necessary precautions to beat the heat. Never leave your pets or kids inside a parked vehicle. Always look before you lock, drink your water, and stay hydrated. Limit time outside, reduce those strenuous activities, find shade, or just better yet, stay inside in the AC. And make sure that you're wearing the appropriate clothing. When it comes to our skies, we won't see much in the way of any relief. Maybe a slight chance for a few stray showers and thunderstorms on the northern periphery of our area and in southwestern Utah, but any wet weather that we see today is mainly going to be favoring the high terrain. And the reason why, again, is because high pressure is building its way in on Saturday and Sunday. That's when it's right on top of us, and that's why it's going to be hottest both Saturday and Sunday. But going into early next week, that high pressure moves a little bit further to the east with more of a southerly flow that should help bring in a little bit more moisture. I don't think the wet weather potential will be all that high, but it should help at least ease the heat a little bit as we go from Pioneer Day into the middle of next week. But make no mistake, it's still going to be hot outside. So if you have any of those weekend plans, especially for Pioneer Day, make sure that you're taking those necessary precautions to beat the heat. I'm going to say it time and time again as we go throughout this morning. In St. George, excessive heat warning for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Daytime highs ranging anywhere between 110 and 112, but then that heat eases slightly with that little bit more moisture, with daytime highs settling between 105 and 107 for most of next week down in St. George. Then along the Wasatch Front, we see a daytime high near 100 degrees this afternoon, mostly sunny skies. Then the excessive heat warning Saturday and Sunday, daytime highs between 104 and 105 in Salt Lake City. That means we're going to get close to that all-time record of 107. Then on Monday, a daytime high of 100 degrees for Pioneer Day. That slight chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms, and the daytime highs upper 90s through the middle of next week, mainly under partly cloudy skies each day.